my t-shirt, others first. That's our credo in Mortgage Champions. It's built on my life verse out of Philippians 2, chapter 2, verses 3 and 4 says, do nothing out of selfish ambition or vain conceit, but in all things with humility, value others above yourself, looking out for their interests, not your own. To me, that's the essence and the secret to success in the mortgage business. It always has been, especially in a marketplace where we've got people going through a tough economy, who are confused, who are scared, who are fearful, who need advisors, who need education, and need somebody they can trust. So in answer to your question, Kyle, about when something changed, Phil said he didn't know the exact date. I know the exact date. It was January of 2004. And the reason I remember that was because it started with a conversation with my wife in the kitchen one day. We've been sponsoring a little girl named Terupatama out of central India. She was an orphan in an orphanage out there. And we looked at her picture on the wall for 4 years. We were sending her $30 a month to feed her and clothe her and house her and educate her. And one day I woke up, looked at my wife and said, I got to go meet that girl. And she looked at me, she said, I knew you were going to say that. When are you going to go? I said, I was thinking maybe tomorrow. Now you got to understand, I'm in Chicago, Illinois at the time. This is a 55-hour trip one way. But my wife knew me well. She knows when I make my mind up, you ain't stopping me. And she said, honey, have a ball, give Teru my best. I traveled 55 hours. I got to this place in a little village in a place called Vermillion, India, in central India. And when the guy got me there, he said, I want you to get out of the car and walk to the end of the road. I couldn't understand why, till I got to the end of the road and I looked to the right and I saw 4,000 orphans lined up a quarter mile down the road, singing and dancing and celebrating. And I looked at the translator and said, wow, what's this all about? What is this party about? He said, it's about you. I said, excuse me? He said, they're here to welcome you. This is how they welcome you in India. Now, I was blown away, overwhelmed. Didn't know how to respond to this kind of greeting. So here's what I decided to do. If 4,000 kids came to see me, then I came to see 4,000 kids. I'm going to greet each one of them one at a time. Started with the first child, looked him dead in the eye and gave him a hug, said, hi, son, how are you? And he looked me dead in the eye and said, uncle, what's my name? I couldn't understand why he asked me that question, but I told him my name. And he said, my name's Raja. And I gave him a high five and a hug. Walked to the next kid, same thing. Next child, same thing. Next child, same thing. After 4 children, I finally look at the translator and go, you got to help me out here. How many kids are there? He said, there's 4,000. You're going to be here for a long time based on the path you're going. I said, that's all right. But here's the question. Why are they asking me that question and not something else? I don't know their names. They know that. His answer changed my life overnight, because here's what he said to me. I was 40 years old at the time. And here's what he said to me. These are nameless, faceless orphans whose parents have either died or given them up. And the reason they're asking you to say their name is because they want to know they matter to you. They want to know they count. Guys, you can sum up life and human beings in one word or one phrase. We all want to be known. Every one of us wants to know we matter. Phil talked about legacy. I love when he said that. We're creating our legacy in every conversation and every interaction with every person we have every day, whether we know it or not. So if we can focus on understanding that everybody counts, everybody matters, people want to be known, we're going to take our applications differently. We're going to stop sending links to people and start having conversations. We're going to stop texting our partners and start meeting our partners. We're going to start having in-depth conversations with people that are meaningful. And we're going to start listening to them when they talk, because we want to know them and we want them to be known. That's the way you succeed in this marketplace today.
Dale, so good. I've heard that story 2 days in a row, and it makes me get teary-eyed both
Still
times
get
that I've heard it.
goosebumps.